It is now 2025, and later on this year, the PS4 Pro will be turning 9 years old. While this console is getting old, it still has some very decent hardware. It can play up to 4K 60, but it struggles to reach 60 for most games. In my opinion, it also has a much nicer design than the PS4 Slim and the regular old fat PS4. Anyways, I'm going to play a few games on this and see if it's any good. One more thing, I'll be comparing the performance of the PS4 Pro compared to my Xbox Series X and PC. At the end of this video, I'll let you guys know why I haven't upgraded to the PS5 yet, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. The PS4 is obviously pretty slow with loading times, but to be honest, downloading games, that's actually pretty quick. It's gone about a gigabyte per minute, which where I'm from, that's actually pretty fast. The first game we will be playing is Need for Speed Heat. I've played this game a lot on my PC and even the Series X, but I've never played it on the PS4, so let's see how it is. This game is 30 FPS. It's not the best, but it's not bad to be honest. It still looks good. 30 FPS, it's actually decently smooth for a racing game, but in the far distance it is definitely blurry, whereas on the Series X and PC it's very sharp. So it's good, but it's not amazing. It's about what you'd expect for a almost 10-year-old console for this game. This is definitely the best. If you haven't played a Need for Speed game, but everyone's heard of it, this is the best Need for Speed game in my opinion. Just the most fun. It's got lots to do in it. Whereas like the new Need for Speed Unbound is a bit weird. I don't like all the characters, and also the I don't know. It is a nice looking game. On the Series X and PS5 it is, on the PC it's not so much as good, but this game is great. This is the second newest Need for Speed game, so I kind of knew it wouldn't be like 60 FPS, but I'm sure all the Need for Speed games before this one should be 60 FPS on PS4, except for Need for Speed Rivals, which for some reason that's 30 on everything, even PC, it's just 30 FPS. I can also feel a tiny bit of delay like in every single game on the PS4, but to be honest, it's a pretty good experience, Need for Speed Heat on the PS4. The second game I'm going to be playing is Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a PS4 title, and unlike Need for Speed, I haven't actually ever played this game, so this is like a first time for me, so you guys can see like, yeah, I don't have anything to expect. Right away in the first cutscenes, it looks pretty nice to be honest. All the colours look nice. There's lots of detail in the faces and the trees. But the only thing that I've read about is apparently this game runs at 1440p 30, and I just wish there was like a 1080p 60 FPS mode that they would make, because 60 FPS feels a lot better, and I always choose performance over quality. After a long 10-minute cutscene, which actually was pretty good, we are finally in. And this it looks pretty nice, but it's not the best, I gotta say. Like it's a really good looking game, but the 30 FPS kind of ruins it a bit. So I just went into the settings then, just to see if there's any like performance settings, and I'll show you. So you can actually go in and change it to, before it was on favor resolution, which was 4K, it'd be 30, whereas now I think it's 1440, but it still doesn't feel great to be honest. It's probably because there's motion blur, it doesn't make it feel as nice, but that, as you can see, it's a bit smoother. It still has motion blur, but I'd say it's probably around 60, so it's actually pretty decent now, even though there is that motion blur. Even at the 30 FPS, it wasn't that bad. Like obviously you want 60, but some games, even like Red Dead Redemption 2, they feel pretty good at 30. I was playing it at 20 and it was even alright. Well, when you're riding the horse, it's alright, but this game feels pretty good to be honest on the PS4 Pro, but on the PS5 it's going to be a lot better. right now I'm on performance mode and the grass doesn't look great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap back to quality mode and see if that fixes it. Because it still doesn't feel like it's 60, so I'm gonna swap it back and see if that's any better. And that looks better for sure. So I would say for this game, you'd probably do like, even though I always do favor performance, in this game I don't really think it matters because it's got the motion blur, lots of motion blur, which you can't turn off. So I reckon for this, just do quality. But let me know down in the comments if you've ever played this game on your PS4 Pro and if you've chose quality or performance mode. The third and final game I will be playing is Fortnite. As you can see, the grass only just loaded in. But why do I do Fortnite in every one of these videos? Well, it's because it's the most popular game and lots of people play it. So why not? And it's pretty much on everything. You can get it on every console, every like you can get it on your phone and stuff. I actually have only played like one game this season, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I just do Fortnite because it's just like a good, easy comparison. Like it's on everything. It's well optimized on all consoles. It kind of pushes their performance to limits. By the way, the PS4 is just going crazy. As you can hear, it's kind of picking up again. That's one thing to expect, especially with all PS4s but the Slim. They go really loud. Oh, it's a bot. Anyways, I finally got him. By the way, up there in the top right corner, don't know how, you can't really see it that well in the camera, but it's got the FPS counter. So right now, it's kind of a bit, like it's mostly 60, but sometimes it drops under and stutters a bit, as you'd expect on an old PS4 Pro. Oh. There he is, gave me a bit of a jump scare. I do have to say it's actually pretty, I play on a PC at 1440p, 144 FPS log, and this is actually pretty good, pretty playable. Obviously it's not as good, but 4K, it's a bit I think this runs at like 1440p, 60, maybe it was 800p, but it still looks pretty nice, I do have to say, compared to the original PS4, it looks a lot better. The original PS4 just doesn't look great with this game. So let's say you're watching this video, and I know some people who are like this, so they just want to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation to just play Fortnite really, and Rocket League and those kind of free games, but an Apex Legends, those sorts. And the best console for that is easily a second-hand Series S. You can find them for probably maybe a tiny bit more expensive than a PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro, where I'm from in Australia, they cost about $150 our money, so about 100 US. And Series S's are probably just a tiny bit more. They cost about 200 Australian, about 130 US. But if that's all you're gonna do, Series S has got 120 FPS mode. It looks a bit better. There's not as much input delay. That's definitely the better console for you. I do want to I'll talk about the PS4 controller for a bit now. I do like it, it's comfy. Obviously it's not as good as I like the Series X controller the most, even though it doesn't have all those features. It's just good as a controller. Because I'm probably about to die to this guy. Oh, come on, it wasn't reloaded. Oh, not bad, not bad. I need to turn up my sensitivity on this. This guy's definitely real. It's not great though. Really should get this kill. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. To be honest, it's not a bad experience, the PS4 Pro. Certainly isn't the best for Fortnite. Series S is a much better experience. But it's not bad, to be honest. As I said before, I always play Fortnite because it's a very popular game. But leave a comment below if you'd like to see me start playing Rocket League as well, or maybe a game like Apex Legends or like Call of Duty Warzone. So, should you buy a PS4 Pro in 2025? Maybe. There's a couple of situations where it's worth it. if you were to have an Xbox Series X or a new Xbox and you wanted to play these PS4 exclusives, these are dirt cheap by the way. Like I got this for $9 Australian, which is like $5 US. It's on special, brand new. Spider-Man's, they cost a bit more, but to be honest, they got a huge games library. All of them are very cheap now. You can find every game here for about, except for these kind of ones, for under like $15 Australian, and it still plays them pretty well. It will have a locked 30 FPS, and most games will be at 1440, but lots will be at 4K. But yeah, if you were to get a PS4 Pro, just expect to be playing your games at 1440p, 30 FPS, except for some exceptions like Doom here. I played this on the Steam Deck, very easy game to run. That plays at 4K 60 comfortably. There's some, I think Spider-Man plays at like 1440p 60. Some games are very nice, it's very nice to play. All these games here that I'm showing don't look bad on the PS4, they all look pretty nice. But the newer games like the Crew Motorfest and some others, I like to play on my Xbox or my PC, because I do like having more than 30 FPS, it is pretty nice. One thing that is pretty cool about the PS4 is you can easily connect your PS5 controller to it, which I'll show you in the video up there. If you click that, or I'll have it as the end screen as well, that shows you how you can connect your PS5 controller to your PS4. You do have to buy something that's like $10, but that is very cool. And if you don't like the PS4 controller, keep that in mind. So like I said before, why did I buy a PS4 Pro instead of getting something like a PS5? Well, the games I wanted to play were like God of War, Gran Turismo, Ratchet & Clank. There's some other ones here, like Spider-Man. And I just didn't want to... I bought the PS4 Pro before my PC, but on PC, PlayStation games like God of War, it's usually $70, right now it's like $30, but they cost a lot. And I got this for $9, I got all these free for $9. They're just really cheap, you can get them on Amazon when they're on special. They're usually like $24, but I got them for $9. That's the beauty about the PS4. Games are so cheap. But to sum it up, I got a PS4 Pro because I didn't need a PS5. I'm fine with 4K 30 for most games, especially these ones, they don't look bad at 30 FPS. Racing ones like you saw, Need for Speed, they don't look great at 30 FPS. But that's basically why. To play PlayStation exclusives, which would have otherwise cost a lot on PC. While those games definitely would look better and run smoother on PC, let's look at the prices. God of War, $75, I got that for $9. Spider-Man Miles Morales, like these new Spider-Man games aren't badly priced. This isn't a great price. Spider-Man Remastered, $95. Obviously they go on special, like they half price a lot. Horizon Forbidden West, that's like the oh here we go. Oh no, that's the original one. 95, I got that for $9. Sorry about the recording, it's not the greatest, but that's pretty much why I got the PS4. The games are just cheaper. So if you're still watching right now, thank you lots for staying around, and if you have any questions, make sure you comment them. But for now, watch the video how to connect the PS5 controller to the PS4, or there's another PS4 video that I've put there for you to watch.